Hey guys, Super Custom Final Wars here, and I'm back from my short little break. So today we're going to be reviewing the ninth movie of the Land Before Time franchise. We are almost done with this franchise. We just got like freaking number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We got 6 more to go. We can do this. We could do this, and then I can actually review really good dinosaur movies, like dinosaur documentaries, and not just that, but freaking like a real good animated dinosaur TV show that I know. And finally, we can review the Jurassic Park franchise. That one I'm pretty sure you guys are more looking forward to the most. Anyways, so without further ado, let's review Journey to Big Water. Anyway, so this movie has more of a different direction because, well, for starters, the movie begins with, obviously, a bunch of rain. Like, a lot of it. Like, really. And Littlefoot complaining on when the rain's gonna end. Really, you should be... If you were in South America, I'm pretty sure it'll be raining almost all the time there, and you would be like, oh my god, when's it gonna end? Because I've seen a lot of documentaries, and I'm pretty sure it never stops raining. Anyways, when it finally stops raining, Littlefoot sees a rainbow and calls it the sky colors. As you already know, I'm not gonna enjoy this film. Just wait until we get to number frickin'. Just wait until we get to frickin' what? Just wait until we get to the 13th movie and the 14th movie. Then you're gonna see a lot of rage moments. Anyway, so Littlefoot goes around to ask his friends to see if they're interested in playing, but for starters, Sarah and her dad have to move a frickin' big frickin' tree that fell right near their nest, so they have to move it somewhere else. Ducky and her family have to relocate. And yes, Spike did stay with them. If you haven't seen my previous review, I'm pretty sure I covered that. But then again, I covered the ending pretty quickly because I wanted to get that over with. So, yeah. And Petrie is sick. And already, we haven't been in this movie for about like 5 or 10 minutes. And already, we already get the first frickin' song. And it is so frickin' weird. It's the boring song. And how the way the direction of the song went, and how the way it was written, how the way it was sang, it was just really bad. And I freaking give Let It Go, or Into the Unknown, or Show Yourself, I give them a lot more credit because the song actually has a purpose. Like if you're going to animate a freaking movie where you're gonna have your character singing a song, you have to have the song to feel more like it has a purpose. Because how the way the song here was basically made, it was just more not made for purpose. Like for example, let's compare this song to Let It Go. Let It Go from Frozen actually had a purpose. Because that song had a really good theme to it. It really had a purpose. On how the character was actually feeling. You could tell from the character is not just the pain in her voice, but how the way she was feeling. Like, her emotions were just both sad, mad, and happy. For when it comes to this song, it's really, really boring. When the character is not expressing any feeling to it. It doesn't sound like the characters, they don't really sound like they're expressing their true feelings out to the song. Not only that, but the song itself, it just doesn't sound entertaining. It just sounds more like a depressing, boring song that you'll hear on the Channel 5 news. That's what this song sounds like, and honestly, this is not a song that I would want to listen to. And I'm pretty sure Storm Ultimate can agree with me that Frozen songs are better than this song. Hell yeah. Anyway, so after the long, stupid, boring song, Littlefoot goes back to his grandparents and says that he's basically bored. Not only that, he basically claims that he's alone, and Littlefoot's grandfather's just like, well, we're not really alone, because there's like a bunch of other dinosaurs you can play with. It doesn't have to be particularly your friends. And so you can just play with, you can go play with anyone else. And I will have to agree. There's like a bunch of other kid dinosaurs that you could play with in the Great Valley. You don't just have to play with your friends. You can just ask to see if you can play with those with those kids. And this movie has a problem on getting the colors of their characters right, because literally switching character colors. Because, like, if you remember in my previous reviews months ago, like, the directors of the movie have really trouble and have really bad trouble in keeping their characters, like their dinosaur characters' color right. Because, well, for starters, both of Littlefoot's grandparents are gray. Okay. But each of them have like a different color a different underneath color. Like, for example, look at me. See this? I'm like tan-ish, brownish color. I got like a dark-ish, blackish brown up here. And I got like a tang underneath belly or something like that. Heck. But that's not what my full point is. My full point is that Littlefoot's grandmother has more like a pukish underneath belly, and Littlefoot's grandfather is more like a purple underneath belly. And they're getting the colors mixed up again. Anyways, Littlefoot decides to go find something to do. He finds a big lake. And he has to go tell the grown-ups, and the grown-ups were obviously afraid that this was going to happen. And realizing that all the water came from the mysterious beyond, Sarah's father's just like, I don't want Sarah anywhere near this. As he says this, he looks Littlefoot dead in the eyes. And you can tell, he knows that Littlefoot is the cause of all of this, even though technically it's your fault for not keeping a good eye on your children. I mean, they're your kids. You should keep an eye on your kids better. There. Don't be a Storm Godzilla Ultimate and make a stupid mistake like him. I'm pretty sure even he will admit it. Yes, please don't make that mistake. It's bad enough. That my friends here are my family are basically laughing at me every time I make a stupid mistake. But sometimes you laugh at your stupid mistakes, Storm Ultimate. Yeah, that's true. I don't even know why I make stupid mistakes all the time. Anyways, more rain is about to come, and then all the characters leave. Everyone just leaves. Littlefoot wakes up early, and he's caught by his grandpa. And obviously, Littlefoot tells his grandfather that he's just going to go play. And Littlefoot's grandfather's just like, alright, fine, as long as you don't go near that big body of water, then that's fine by me. And Littlefoot makes a new friend. And that is Mo, the Ichthyosaurus, I think. Littlefoot is just completely different in this movie because I just don't know what to think of this character anymore. I think his character died a long time ago, somewhere in the 5th or the 6th movie, because this character is just not the same Littlefoot that we know from the first movie. So anyways, Littlefoot's friends are looking for him, and Petrie thinks that Littlefoot's probably mad at them for not playing with him. And Sarah's just like, it's not our fault that we couldn't play with him. We got like a lot of bullcrap to do, and our parents would have let us. They didn't even let us play on like video games. Just ignore that part. Anyways, Petrie also theorizes that he went to go play in the water. And frickin' Ducky has the nerve to say that Petrie is not a swimmer. We saw him swim in previous movies. And not just that, it is evidence that freaking pterosaurs like Petrie can swim in the water to catch their food. And you want to know what food they eat? They eat fish. It's even been shown in Jurassic World that the pterosaurs are willing to go into Mosasaurus-infested waters just to get a human woman out of the water. And not just that, sauropods can also swim too, you stupid duckbill. It's been evidence that sauropods can swim. So you got some nerve to say that both Petrie and Littlefoot are not swimmers. If pelicans can dive in the water to catch the fish in the water, then that means pterosaurs can do the exact same thing. Not just that, if elephants and freaking rhinos and hippos can swim in the water just fine, then that means sauropods can also swim in the water. You freaking idiot! And yes, I'm a little bit of a dinosaur nerd, but not as much as Ziltos. He's like more 100% of a dinosaur nerd. So, Ducky, you really got some nerve to say that both Littlefoot and Petrie are not swimmers. How big is your brain? Is it about like this big? Because if so, then you're stupid in the head. And not just that, at the end of this freaking movie, Littlefoot ends up swimming. So make up your mind, is Littlefoot a swimmer or not? In the end, I'm just going to end up shoving these words down your throat. But anyways. And if you have some nerve to tell them that they're not swimmers, then I got some nerve to tell you that you are a stupid character and you don't deserve to exist. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And then already because the second song, and it's just more annoying. This song just makes me want to cut out my ears and just make Storm Ultima eat them. And after that, I'm going to have them to puke them back out, and then I'm going to shove them to Hornzill's throat. Then I'm going to do the same thing to Shadow Bagian. It's a freaking Legendary Kaiser Ghidorah, and now I'm going to do the same thing to freaking Space Anime Ghidorah.